Hello guys. It is awfully quiet in in-game audio. Hi guys. We are in Earthas, and we're going to be doing Dragoon quests today for Stormblood. Hi Amisha, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Annie is playing. I wonder if there's right time. There's always time for 14. But I hope you're doing well. We're going to be doing, Dragoon quests, and then I think we're going to start after that. We're going to see what Eureka is all about. I did do some research with Eureka beforehand, so I'm a little prepared going into it, but I think for the most part, let's just finish Dragoon today. And my Dragoon will be the final job quest that I'm going to be focusing on until prior to my my little break from streaming 14 with this character. Then we'll continue doing all the other job classes gradually as I continue through MSQ. I'm good. A tad sleepy. Yeah, cool. Let's use this. Will Estinian like us more as we finish Dragoon? Probably. I don't think we're going to see Estinian in the Dragoon quests anymore. Maybe, but I have no idea. Because right now he's a part of the MSQ, and I'm really excited to see him come back and rejoin with us again. Because it will happen again. Friends through eternity. Sir Alberic is pondering the flow of time. He's not the only one. Timeo, word of Estinian's disappearance from the infirmary has reached mine ears. Oh, we're actually addressing it. Whilst part of me is quite capable of sympathizing with his desire to abandon the Holy See, I do wish he had said something ere his departure. But then, I suppose it's only to be expected. With Nidhogg slain, the Horde's ranks have fallen into disarray. And they are not the threat they once were. Ishgard is scant need of an Azure Dragoon. Suffice it to say, one would imagine the role of the Dragoon shall similarly be forced to change, as we enter this new era of relative peace. However, whilst you may have saved Estinian from the Great Worm, my mind is yet plagued by Estunian's internal strife. May Halone lend her the strength she needs to shake free from the dragon's blood-fierce grip. Oh, Martagains. You're looking quite well, Sir Alberic and Mistress Tomea. 'Tis a pleasure to see you, too. Lord Martagains, Tomea and I were just speaking of your daughter. The daughter of mine is in fact why I've sought you out. I was recently handed a letter by a merchant that had passed through the Chocobo Forest. If his word is to be believed, he was entrusted with this message by Hustian herself. I don't think it's Histinian, it's Hustian. The letter was a call for help, Mistress Timea. She bade you search for her. By the Fury, she had been set upon by heretics once more. Alas, there was no more information in her message. Oh, not a day goes by when I do not pray for her safe return. Timea, I must ask that you take up your lance once more to aid your fellow Dragoon. Are you willing? Timea, this is your cue to nod in approval. Good girl. Thank you, Mistress Timea. Christiane awaits you in the Dravanian Forelands. Please help her with whatever she requests. Okay. Dravanian Forelands, so tail feather, maybe. Working the neck muscles with mighty nods. Oh yeah. I don't know how many times she's nodded in approval ever since I start the game, but there was a lot of nods, I'm assuming. Probably over 1,000 already of nods. Yeah, her neck muscles are ripped from all of the nodding she has done. The mightiest of nods. Oh, hello there. Timea. So the letter reached my father. I'm sorry for having you journey so far just to meet me. As you well know, I cannot return to Ishgard in my current condition. That said, the blood's hold on me is not as firm as it once was. This is largely thanks to a new ally of mine. His help has been invaluable in learning to control the dragon within. In fact, I have in mind to introduce him to you. Orn Khai, Timea has arrived. You look like the Blue Eyes White Dragon. That's pretty cool. It's an honor to meet you, hero of men. Much have I heard of you from my father. He would often talk of the warrior that boosts the strength of a dragon. Orn Khai has been a great friend ever since he came across me suffering from the blood's effects. I very much doubt I would be capable of standing here exchanging words with you if it were not for his help. I called you here in order to repay my debt to him. Orn Khai, tell Timea what troubles you. Yes, thank you. Long before I came to this world, in the age where man and dragon were at peace, my father had a consort. The Dragon Song War tore them asunder. Father belonged to Race Valgyr's brood, as do I, but his consort was part of Nidhogg's. Okay. When Nidhogg demanded vengeance for the wrongs committed against him in Ratatoskr, Father asked him to consort to fly far to the east. She bore no ill will towards man when she wanted nothing more than to stay at Father's side. She accepted his request and fled the conflict. However, your valiant actions have since put an end to the Dragonsong War. I am positive Father's consort will return if we inform her of the war's conclusion. So, consort means like partner or something similar to that extent, maybe? Orn Khai requests your aid to search for his father's consort and bring her back home. However, as she left Dravania some 1,000 summers past, locating her shall be far from an easy task. Under normal circumstances, I would help Orn Khai myself, but while I am somewhat recovered, I am far yet from being in complete control. This is why I summoned you, Timea. Your knowledge of the realm is unparalleled. Beg of you, aid Orn Khai in his search. And my sincerest thanks. Thank you, Timea. I owe you a great debt of gratitude once more. Regrettably, whilst I know she is somewhere to the east, we're entirely ignorant as to the consort's precise whereabouts. Probably pretty far to the east. Just assuming. I would suggest you first try asking Sir Alberic about Dravanian legends, specifically those concerning dragons in the east. Pray report back to me once you've learned something you deemed pertinent. Father often remarked that you would have made a fine Dravanian. See if Sir Alberic knows aught of Dravanian legends concerning the east. Okay. Yeah, I'm assuming that consort means like partner or something. Okay. Let's return back. So how's everyone's yokai watch fate grind been going? I have about 10 weapons now. 10 or 11 weapons now, so I need to do like the last 6. I should have enough time to finish that up, since my subscription expires on Monday. Also, it's really, really foggy. But I've been making good progress with the weapons on this character, hoping to finish it and get the mounts before then. Glad to see you safely returned. Were you able to locate Ustien? I see. She is correct to surmise that formidable dragons are often made the subject of local legend. I shall discuss this with the congregation priest. I have known him to be quite an authority on Dravanian legends. Although to think that a dragoon once gripped by the sole desire to slay dragons should now wish to help one. It is a queer new world indeed that we inhabit, though not one I dislike. Well, that matters not. I shall seek out the priest at once and raise your query with him. Pray return anon, and I shall impart my findings onto you. I just finished the initial quest, but nothing past it. Oh, okay. Yeah, generally for you guys, you have like 2 months to finish this entire thing. Me, I'm trying like to rush through it because, again, I want to get all the stuff here on this character before my little subscription break. Then I can just take my time with like all my other like old characters and free trial characters and just gradually get like a few weapons for them. Sir Alberic is keen to regale you with Dravanian legends. Timea, just the woman I wish to see. We finished exterminating the Dravanian legends known to us but a short while ago. However, the priest bade me make it clear to you that these kind of legends are often told in increasingly colorful ways as the years gone on. Quite common is it for a mere scale skin or puck to, with the keeper's help, transform into a fearsome dragon. I suppose it should come as little surprise. Legends gain fame by capturing the imagination of the masses. It would not do for an unadorned winged lizard to be the protagonist. But let us put the issue of authenticity to one side for a moment. I have summarized the first tale which seemed most relevant on this piece of parchment. Pray, put it to use in your search. Oh, and lastly, tell Ustien that she is ever in my thoughts. Okay, we're heading back. Let's go to Annex Shrine. Would that parchment happen to be mine for mine eyes? Piece of parchment that details the legend Sir Alberic deemed pertinent to your search. Ah yes, I would never forget Sir Alberic's exquisite handwriting. This information shall be of great use, I'm sure. Let us see. It seems he thinks we ought to commence our search within the slumbering worm of Gir Abania. My first time seeing these patterns that men use. Fascinating indeed that you share the information in such a manner. Dravanian history is chronicled not with letters, but through song. These verses have taught me much about Onem, my father's consort. Onem, you say? Well, knowing her name can only aid the search. Timea, pray accompany Orn Khai to the ruins of the Fist of Rhalgr Temple in the Fringes. Sir Alberic states that this is where the origins of the slumbering worm lie. The journey ahead is long, and it will benefit us not to delay our departure any longer. Whistle for me when you reach our destination, and I shall come to your side. Mayhap I too can learn from Orn Khai's devotion to his father. I have given mine own cause to worry, than I would like to admit. Where is this? Okay, so it's right there. Hold on, let me look through here first. I think I've been here before. Pretty neat. Oh, wow. I can't see anything. Oh, there's a thing up there. It would seem man is capable of using lots of styles when creating buildings. I had been expecting something similar to those found in the Churning Mists. Let us venture inside and see if Onem can be found. Timea. Your help, if you please. Is that like a golem or something? Big lad, indeed. I'd been admiring the craftsmanship of man when it suddenly moved towards me, though I struggled to believe this is what the legends refer to as the slumbering worm. Oh, this jackass. Ah, dear Timea, I did not know you too were researching the slumbering worm. Wait, you know of the slumbering worm? We have journeyed here for the very purpose of meeting that dragon. Ah, you Dravanians could do with studying up on your history. The time where one could meet the worm has long since passed. High Priest Helmart, also known as the Slumbering Worm, departed this world over 300 years ago. The Slumbering Worm was a mere man. But of course, why would you think otherwise? Helmart was a monk renowned for his mastery of meditation. Though when necessary, he was quite capable of harnessing his worm-like strength to trounce his foes. This guy is the, in the monk job quests. Also, he loves to belittle us and call us stupid. He's earned the Slumbering Worm alias after blah 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 100 men blah 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 100 however blah 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 fell asleep blah 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 blah. Well, it seems we must begin our search anew. I worry I too may become a slumbering worm soon should I listen to this tiring man any longer. Let us pay a visit to Sir Alric instead. Anyone who Cian holds in such high regard can surely aid her in our hunt. And then they kissed. He's still going. Yeah, that was for all the times you called us an idiot and an imbecile. And like, head empty, just punch. Right, I just finished those monk quests up to 50. He is a character. He is quite the character. Okay, let me see if I can get this first. Okay, so there is a... It's up there. Nice. Over babbling. Oh yeah. Oh, Mr. Beaky's not out. We'll remedy that. Let's ride, Mr. Beaky. I'm relieved we were not alone in failing to consider the possibility of a non-Dravanian slumbering worm. Good day, Timea. A friend here has informed me as to the truth behind the legend. My apologies for not looking deeper into the story before bringing it to your attention. Your next destination lies to the far east. Tell me, Timea, have you set foot in the region before? A port city called Kugane. Sounds positively fascinating. I imagined it would be a fine place to begin looking into this next legend. Regrettably, I should not to think Orn Khai would be able to accompany you on this journey. But how do you expect to find Fonim without a dragon in tow? Your plight is well understood, Orn Khai. It's truly a shame your wings do not match your ambition. Though mayhap I am not fully considered at all options available to us. We do owe you a great debt for all you've done for Hustian. Allow me some time, and I shall see to it that you're able to follow Timea to the far east. Have my thanks, Sir Alberic. Oh, I wish I could set off this very moment. Perhaps a spot of hunting would be enough to calm me down. Pray, call me when preparations are complete. At the very least, we know now that Hustian will not have wanted for company since leaving Ishgard. Sadly, I may struggle to secure passage to the east in quite a timely manner as he would like. Pray, keep your lance arm honed. There's no knowing just what you'll face in Othard. Serpent and the Sea of Rubies. Sir Alberic plans to try his hand at dragon smuggling. Timea, it pleases me to tell you that I have at least discovered a means to have our young friends safely transported to Kukane. I've reached an agreement with the owner of an establishment in the area. I believe its name was Bokaizen Hot Springs. Converse with him once you arrive in Kugane, and he shall tell you Orn Khai's whereabouts. I took the liberty of making the little one aware of a few local legends. However, they should aid you in your search for a Faunim. To the far east. I love this port's music. So relaxing. Come one, come all. Burns, cuts, and bursting rashes, there is naught that the mystical waters of the Bokaizen hot spring cannot heal. Where's my dragon? Oh, you say your name is Timea Aqueos. Why, a package just arrived for you. I shall fetch it for you right this instant. Someone, anyone, release me from this icy prison. Surprised this guy's not asking, why are you smuggling people? Ugh, what's that blasted Dragoon thinking? It's all well and good for him to tell me to simply sleep through the journey. He's not the one stuffed in a crate full of ice crystals. And the boat, oh how it rocked. Admittedly, he's right in thinking dragons capable of earning a long sleep-light stake. Entering a long sleep-light stake. But we're not bearers. We do not require freezing cold temperatures to achieve this. Ugh, my fangs are like icicles. That's it. I must admit it. I enjoyed my best sleep for many a year. At any rate, now that we're both here, we can assume the search for Faunim. Before I was unceremoniously stuffed into that crate, Sir Alberic told me of the legend of Seryu, a dragon regarded as a guardian of the Far East. Though something tells me we will not have much luck with this tale either. The story has existed for several thousand years. Faunim only came to these lands a mere millennium ago. Sir Alberic agreed that the story most worth our attention was that of the Serpent of the Ruby Sea. This came into being much more recently. I suggest you visit Isari and try asking the residents if they know anything that might be able to help. Whistle for me once you've found something I should know. I'm a little surprised he actually knows where Isari is. I'm a bit surprised. Ruby price, I think. Oh, that's pretty. That's really pretty. So much beautiful scenery. Oh, that does end. Heaven on High does end. Because originally I just imagined that long pillar thing, Heaven on High, just kept going into space, but it looks like it ends. And I still need to finish Palace of the Dead first in order to access Heaven on High. But that probably won't be for a while, though. So I think with this character, the furthest I've gone in Palace of the Dead was like level 23, I think. It does indeed have an end high point up there. Okay. That would have been cool if Heaven on High was also like a jump puzzle. Like if that entire thing was just one big jump puzzle, that would have been really cool. Also, where am I going? Oh, I know where this is, actually. It's the village. Be sorry. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been here. What is it now? Am I familiar with the Serpent of the Ruby Sea? The struggle to find someone here that is not. Not a day of my childhood passed without my grandmother telling me that fairy tale. These days, hearing the opening line of it alone puts me to sleep in an instant. All children that dare swim out into the deep blue sea are sure to become the sea serpent's tea. Oh my, I nearly fell asleep there. I imagine this is all anyone my age will be able to tell you. Try asking the elderly woman over there if you want to know more. You would have me tell you the fairy tale of the Serpent of the Ruby Sea. No, dear child, that is no mere fairy tale. Head on over to the choral banquet if you do not believe me. You'll find a horror beyond your wildest nightmares. Its nose misses nothing, especially not the blood of men. There's many a tale of wounded pirates falling overboard and being swallowed alive before they could plant ahead on the ship they fell from. Okay. But I missed something there. Does it seem like the serpent could be Faunam? Well, it is true that we dragons do hunt by following our prey's scent. I have not known our kind to swallow men whole. The idea strikes me as awfully barbaric. While I doubt this will lead to Faunam, my curiosity has been piqued. I simply cannot leave this mystery unsolved. It is also a brilliant excuse for me to engage in a bit of hunting. I cannot hope to draw out the beast without bait after all. Head to the choral banquet and I shall join you shortly. wonder if I could land on this. No, I can't. Oh, that stinks. Yeah, that would have been really cool if this was like a jump puzzle. Jump. 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 Father never mentioned you were this slow, Tamea. Hey. I've already hunted a beast that will doubtless lure out the serpent, and I still arrived here long before you. Hey, I was trying to jump on that large pillar thing back there. It's kind of hard not to resist. She'll go ahead and hurl the bloody meat into the sea, or deal with any hungry creatures that are drawn to us. Yeah. Oh, hello. Well, I don't know about you, but that was somewhat bigger than what I was expecting. We may have failed to fight Faunam, but in her place we have gained delicious supper. Yummy. Now that we have the serpent meat, let us head back to Bokaisen Hot Springs. The last one back has to prepare dinner. Thankfully, I have teleport. Oh, Tamea, good to see you returned at last. I must confess I was unable to resist the meat's seductive call, and before I knew it, I had devoured the vast majority of her spoils. Hey, I wanted to eat some of that too. Please do help yourself to whatever's left. I've stored the scrap leftovers in the crate I was sent here in. Pay no attention to anything that may resemble teeth marks. Those are indentations created by the ice. Uh-huh. If anyone could see through that lie, I'm sorry, Tamea. I do hope my greed has not upset you too much. Why didn't you leave me any good morsels? I was never one for meat. I was never one for meat. Truly, after hearing of your feats in strength from Sir Alberic, I assumed you must feast upon tons of meat every day. Regardless, meat is far from our primary concern at the moment. I'm beginning to wonder if the day if we find Faunam will ever come. But I must not allow myself to lose heart so easily. There's still plenty of legends for us to look into. Hope is far from lost. Pray, continue to grant me your support. Orn Khai would like to discuss events which may or may not be pertinent to your search. Hello there, Timea. I must say I could get used to life in the Far East. Unlike those in Ishgard, Higgins harbor no ill feelings toward the Dravanians. Dragoon questing, woo! Hi Flame, welcome in. Ah yes, we're doing Dragoon stuff, finally. You really should hear of some of the things Kataku says. He keeps remarking that he wants me to stay here for eternity when he introduces me to new people. Seems he believes quite strongly that dragons bring good luck. But what is that expression I see on your face? Could it be jealousy? Oh, Timea, do not worry yourself. It should be just as popular here one day. Psst. Ouch, my pride. More importantly, one of the new friends I have made through Kataku mentioned that he knew something that might prove relevant to our search. I was just about to go and meet him now. Why don't you accompany me? You still did not let me eat any of that serpent meat. How dare you? I'm gonna remember that. But I hope you're doing well, Flame. How you been? If I had the time, I would climb that tower. But I don't. I'm pretty limited right now with what I can do. I will do a run of that tower. If not this character, then one of my alts, for sure. Oh, down there. Give me a moment, I shall call him now. It is I, Orn Khai. Why is it always Gyoto? It's always this guy. It's always you. I'm doing pretty good. I've been working my Endwalker relic and some side quests. Nice. It's always Gyoto. Endless and most sincere apologies to you and yours for the wait. Yes, yes. Wait, what? Tamea? Do not worry, no more betrayals, sworn in all the kami and creation I have. Yes, yes. Oh, Tamea, you already made Gyoto's acquaintance. Unfortunately. Come to hear about dragon legends. Yes, yes. There is a place that comes to mind, the Azim Steppe. You can get there by following the One River, home to all Namazu. Go way upstream and you will reach the steppe. Yes, yes. It is here that a monstrous dragon as dark as the night sky is set to slumber. Dark as the night sky, you say? No more information do I have. Go to the marketplace on the Azim Steppe known as Reunion. You may find the answers you seek there. This could be the one, Timea. The herd was home to many dark-scale dragon after all. Just hurry to Reunion. Not in approval? Gyoto senses business. Yeah. He already swindled us in the Hildebrand questline with Nashu. And I just want to throw him, like, off of, like, a river or something. Just to punt him somewhere. Orn Khai. While these energetic children have come to me, it feels only natural that I try questioning them first. Perhaps your time would be best spent asking some of the more mature Aura if they know anything of the dragon Gyoto mentioned. Get a good lease in for a good measure. Yeah. Though skewering him with the spear might also be a good alternative. It is long enough now. This spear at least, for the Namazu. Oh, hello. Hehe. Wee haha. If you want to party up. And follow me around. It seems you'd be better served asking elsewhere. Is there someone up here? That's a good view. Pretty nice view. Just not entirely sure why you came up here. Ow. You're looking for the dragon, are you? I hear there's been a sighting recently. First one in 100 years, apparently. Not that I believe any of that nonsense. It would not surprise me if the whole story was dreamed up by some fool Ornaneer in his cups. Black dragon in these parts. Sure, I know of it. Storytellers say the fiend awakens once every few decades and goes on a wild rampage. It's had its full of destruction. It returns to its lair in the northwestern mountains and slumbers. If any tribe were able to slay such a beast, it would bring them great honor. We Onanir have our eyes on it for some time. Bah. Bah. That's so funny. Bah. To may I help? These children are not playing nice. I don't suppose you have fared any better. And it's said to live in the northwest. If the dragon has truly been sighted recently, our timing is perfect. Glad we did not come here this far, only to find it in the midst of a deep slumber. Let us head for the mountains to the northwest. Now, children, do you not think it is time you were making your way back to Mommy and Daddy? We grown-ups have business to attend to. They just wanted to play with the dragon. The little dragon. Okay, it's not that far. Oop, there's battle. Thank you. Also, let me snooze the ad. There we go. Snooze that there. Seems as good an area as any to commence our search. Ready to get started. Yes. Well then, let us see if we cannot... Wait, what is that smell? Are we about to learn the locals refer to this warrior as a black dragon? Are you also on the hunt for this dragon? Hunt? Perish the thought, we have come to speak with it. Now I've heard anything, everything. Speak, you say. You may be calm and willing to talk, but I assure you the black-scaled monster is not in the mood. He's thrashed 8 of our finest warriors. We are disgraced, but I must inform our Khan of the battle's outcome. Well, he certainly was not interested in staying here any longer. Come along, I think we may have finally found Fanim in this time. Search for the black dragon. Is that it? Oh crap, I just realized I don't have my healing ability. Okay, but I have this one. The wings. Ow. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have my healing ability on the hotbar. That's kind of bad. I love this song. It's called Revenge Twofold. Yeah, it's really nice. Oh, Fanem, I beg of you, listen to me. That's a cool dragon. She's mad with fury. My voice does not reach her. This clash will only end if one of you perishes. Let's retreat for now and rethink our approach. We've come so far and overcome so many obstacles, yet when we finally meet Fanem, we can't even speak with her. My apologies, Timea. Pray return to reunion without me. I need some time to take this all in. Perhaps a spot of hunting would help my clear my mind. Yeah, there's a lot of great battle songs. And then this one was pretty good too. Yes, I'm somewhat calmer now, Timea. Thank you for asking. Key to all this is discovering the source of Fonim's rage. Once we know this, we can decide our next move. Pray, give me some time. I will not allow our journey to end in failure. At level 70. Alright. Okay, so I snoozed the ads before, but I think I'm gonna take this moment to pause and take a break. Then we'll come right back, and then we'll continue and finish this final job quest for Dragoon. So, as a reminder to get up, stretch, drink water, walk around. I will be right back. Hello, I am back. Yeah, a new Be Right Back screen. Yeah, I just took the audio from the other one and just filmed Tomea by the campfire. Just put it all together. It achieves the same effect though, so I'm really proud of it. But yeah, we are back. So I did have Elusive jump on my hotbar here, and I also added a second wind. So now I won't run into that problem anymore. Okay, Orn Khai is in very low spirits. Dragon Squad. Timea, nice to see you. Pray forgive me, I have not made any progress in ascertaining the reasons for Fonim's rage. It's truly pathetic. I've been alive far, far longer than you, and yet have nothing to show for it. Surely you do not think me younger than you. I may be small, but you should know that we Dravanians live far longer than any man. Wait, we do live an awfully long time. Timea, I think I may have got it. Dravanians live for eons. I've heard tales from Gillenburst of dragons going into seclusion for centuries, while carrying grief in their hearts. Ultimately, they're unable to bear the strain and it breaks something fundamental within him. Many a year will need to pass before I come of age to choose a consort, but I believe they help in saving oneself from the abyss of isolation. This is why your kind elects to marry, is it not? We marry for love, we marry to save our race from extinction. I have no idea why anyone marries. There's like various reasons we marry, I mean, aside from like love too, but... I don't know, I'm kind of curious about this option, honestly. I had no idea why anyone marries. Truly, I considered you more worldly than that, but it seems I was wrong. Regardless, I'm almost certain that Fonim's fury was caused by the profound loneliness she has endured over this past millennium. Leaving Father's side after they spent so long together must have caused her intense anguish. The question is, how do we heal her pain? I see you two have survived your talk with the dragon. What is that? Was it as fruitful a discussion as you had hoped for? Not that it matters much. A group of Kastiri merchants have pooled their resources and hired a hunter, said to be quite handy with a lance. I have no doubt he's capable of slaying the worm, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to watch him try. Wonder who the dragon slayer in question could be. I struggle to imagine there are many men with the skill to go toe-to-toe with a dragon like Faunum. Okay. Roommate's calling me, so I'll be right back. For like a minute or two. I'll be right back. I wonder who the dragon slayer in question could be. I struggle to imagine that there are many men with the skill to go toe-to-toe with a dragon like Faunum. However, if he's truly a threat, we cannot risk him reaching her before us. We may not have a plan. We have little choice. Come, Timea. Let us hurry to where we last saw Faunum. I'm gonna DC travel to Aether for more dailies, because why not? I'll also be lurking in the meantime. Okay, have fun, Flame. I think you're gone already, but have fun. Stay tuned for the next episode of Timea and Mr. Beaky's Adventures. Indeed. Come, Mr. Beaky, there's shenanigans afoot. Okay. Actually, hold on. I want to check something. Oh no. The game audio cut out? Okay, let me switch to something else. Go back to this. And then that. Properties. How do I fix this? How is that? Okay, it looks like it's working. Audio's back now. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I think I might unplug the controller, see if that works. Okay, I have power in the thing. I'm not using the controller microphone, so it's fine. Oh, that guy's a mark. I'll get that later. Okay, crisis averted. Yeah, back to Timea and Mr. Beaky Adventures. Also, I just realized, like, I really am blind, because second wind's on the hotbar. I just put it somewhere else. Oh, well. It was already there. Yeah, prior to stream, I also rearranged some of the things here. Because normally when I do second wind, it's usually on this, on that part of the hotbar. But I just moved everything around. Okay, so it was there. Let's go. Where is she? Must find her before the hunter does. 'Tis good to see you again, warrior of light. It's not Estinian. I don't think it is. It's probably Hustian. Oh my god. Oh my god, it is Estinian. Oh jeez. Indeed. Hey, buddy. What are you doing here? Twould seem that we two Azure Dragoons share one target. I suppose neither of us still holds that mantle. Old habits do not die so easily. The Azure Dragoon of Ishgard? Yes he is. Yes, he is. And who exactly is your diminutive friend, Timea? A journey to the Far East in search of an ancient worm's consort. Quite a tale indeed. At the end of my own journey, I chose to continue my travels and eventually find myself in the Far East. It was here that word of the dragon you seek reached mine ears. It had been my intention to act as an intermediary between man and dragon, assuming the beast could be reasoned with. If not, I was prepared to brandish my lance. Regardless, I would wager that the young one has the right to it. What is more, she is doubtless still suffering from the effects of Nidhogg's hateful dirge that summoned the horde. The dreadworm's hold over his brood was absolute. His unquenchable thirst for vengeance spread through the horde, leaving none untouched. I think one of them was able to resist his call to decimate Ishgard. It should come as no surprise that she would succumb to madness. The worm spent a millennia in solitude, resisting Nidhogg's demands for vengeance. I could think of but one way she must be saved. We weaken her enough so that she is willing to listen to reason. I already tried that approach, did not work last time, and I very much doubt repeating it will change anything. I do not advocate the same approach, little one. But have you do more than simply talk to her. Nay, you shall use your roar. That is the only way you can hope to let her know that the war is ended, that her consort awaits her in the skies above. My roar? You have the two Dragoons that bested Nidhogg at your side. There is naught to fear. All you need to do is harness your roar to clear the haze that clouds the worm's eyes. I shall do my best. Should we fall again, I fear we may not be blessed with another chance. Pray lend me your strength, Azure Dragoons. I am honestly surprised we're seeing him already. Like, you were right, Flame. Just, please do Dragoon Quest before finishing MSQ, or starting MSQ again. I'm glad I did. Let us depart. The frenzied dragon awaits his son Bardam's metal. The time is nigh to free her from war's tragedy. Hell yeah. I know there's a battle ahead of us, but I still want to do this. It's got the Dragoon music too. That was the wrong direction. Live and learn. Okay, the wings? No, not yet. Heal me, please. Heal me, please. I like that all this damage does nothing to Astinian. Almost there. Come on. Nice. With me. Oh, that is cool. Now, little one, roar with all of your being. Faunum, hear me cry. Rawr. LV3 moments. Why must we go to war? I have no ill will, no desire to fight. I have only silence, the most deafening silence. It's no use, I cannot reach her. Do not be so quick to abandon hope, my son. Oh, it's this dragon. I have come for thee, dearest Faunum. This was the same dragon that Aymeric rode on, wasn't it? Those wings of white, long have they filled my dreams. Verdofnir, my love. Father. Oh dang, it is. Yeah. Yeah, the dragon was called Verdofnir when we did the Dragon Song battle on the bridge. Noble dragons, Orn Khai, give you my thanks. Were it not for your succor, I would not have been reunited with my beloved. Allow me to thank you as well. I truly thought Verdofnir lost to me. Mere words will be scarce enough to convey mine appreciation. nod. Yay. When the conflict began 1,000 years past, Nidhogg demanded we exact vengeance upon man. However, I refused to allow his hatred to take root within me. I cannot bring myself to forget the days when I soared the azure skies with Verdofnir, night on back. The dragon cannot simply shut her ears to her sire's call. To do so would cause her great torment. Thus, I bid Fonham flees to the east, that she might live in peace until the final strain of the Dragonsong War did fade to an end. Duty-bound to protect Zenith, who remained behind in Dravania. Never did I regret not following my heart and my beloved. 'Twas after she left for eastern lands did thou didst come to this world, my son. Now I finally see why I was given a name meaning one born of sadness. Alas, I fear I'll never be your match, father. Fonham barely even noticed my roar. Belittle not your efforts, Orn Khai. I should not have known to come here were it not for thy roar. It reached mine ears, strong and clear, as I soared the skies above. Father. Well, I suppose you're quite keen to talk with Fonham. It's been quite some time since you last met, after all. Let us make haste. I am not used to seeing my father so enamored. Ah. Not quite what I was expecting when I took on this job. Must admit, but it has been quite something to see what the young dragon is capable of. Guys, it's freaking Astinian. It's freaking Astinian. It's... Honestly, I did not expect to see him this early. Wait, that was a welcome surprise. Like, I know, like, the whole Dragon Quest just, was just doing its own thing. Like, it was just, like, setting up, oh, we need to find this dragon. But then, like, it really ramped up in this last job quest. And, like, I am so happy. We even have lore from Verdofnir, too. More lore with that dragon. Since we've only known him before as, like, the dragon that Aymeric rode on into the battle. That's very nice to see. I give you both my sincerest thanks. I found myself especially indebted to you, Tamea. Your adventures investigating these legends shall live long in my memory. And you, Azure Dragoon, your strength far exceeds the tales I've heard. Your words are appreciated, but the appellation is unnecessary. I have long since left that life behind. My past experiences with Nidhogg has made me eager to see Fonham saved. When the Dreadworm took me as his vessel, I felt his mad heart's preparations with mine own. There was no end to the sadness and distress that flowed from his soul. However, it was this ordeal that allowed me to harness the dragon within, whilst retaining my sense of self. Okay, let me read this again. This ordeal that allowed me to harness the dragon within. You're welcome. You ought to celebrate of the same by now, Tamea. It shall doubtless serve you well in the battles to come. If you're truly done with your title, then I proposal for a new one. Crimson Dragoon. Much more befitting now that the two of you fight alongside dragons, harnessing their strength as your own. Haha, I could see myself warming up to this new name. And the best of luck to you, Orn Khai. I expect you to be as strong as your father the next time our paths do cross, Warrior of Light. I look forward to the day when we are able to fight side by side once more. Keep well. I am so happy. You shall have nothing to worry about. I will become just as capable as father so that I may someday soar the skies with a dragoon like you on my back. Thank you once again for everything, Tamea. Time for me to begin the journey home with father and Falnem. But know that I'll ever be in your debt. Sincerely hope this is not the last time of our adventures. Bye. Smile. Okay, that was really, really good. It really ramped up right there at the end. Nastrand. Courage born of fear. Alberic. Get a new gauge too. Nice. Okay, since finishing that battle, we now have actual like Dragoon dragon, like tapping into dragon powers now. You know what? Let's go to let's go here, and then we'll take a look at all the stuff we got. Okay, Dragoon Gauge. The Dragoon Gauge indicates the strength of the first brood's gaze. The gaze can be strained by executing Mirage Dive up to a maximum of 2 units. When under the brood's full gaze, you can execute Gair's Kogel, which grants life for the dragon. So long as this effect remains active, you can execute powerful actions, some as Nastrand and Stardiver, acquired at 80. Alright, where's the dragon gauge? Okay, it's right there. Alright, actions and traits, and then delivers an attack to enemies in a straight line before it with a potency of 300 for the first enemy, 30% less for remaining enemies. Can only be executed under the effect of Life of the Dragon. Dragon Sight. Mirage Drive. Traits. Allows the strengthening of the gaze of the first brood upon successfully landing Mirage Dive. While the gaze is its strongest, 2 units. Gain Skull will grant you Life of the Dragon status, while under the effect of Life of Dragon. Okay, I see. So that's an upgrade. Alright then, let's open the coffer here. This will be so cool to dye this blue. Like, I think the armor is really nice. Like, I like the armor. I just wish I could dye it, but I could probably do that after unlocking Eureka, or like doing some Eureka stuff, I think. Yeah, that's really neat. Yeah, I like the armor. The armor's really cool. Okay. So... let's go to Castrum Orients. And we'll play around with the Dragon Gauge. Okay, so the gate's not doing anything. Okay, that's... I think that's what I need to do. So I had to wait for another jump in order to do that. So I'll probably look at another video and see how the Dragon Gauge works. Alright then. That's pretty much the gist of it. Trigger after 2 jumps, during which you get OGCDs to cast. Okay. So it's like nothing complicated. Like, it's just more of like a do your usual like rotation, incorporate some jumps, and if it lights up, then just do those attacks, and then the Dragon Gauge will activate. Then you'll get like extra free damage buttons. Not complicated, just more buttons. Yeah. Alright then. Yeah, I'll just need to practice with it like some more. Okay, let's go to Kugane and get ready to do like the next bit of stuff I want to do today. We did finish that pretty early, so I'm happy about that. But we got a whole nother monster to take care of. Alright then. So we're gonna start Eureka. I'm gonna change the stream title to Eureka, since we finished with the Dragoon stuff. Alright, starting Eureka. I did watch a couple of videos in regards to Eureka, and I did make some preparations prior to that. I did buy something called Potion of Harmony, which gives me like more experience while in Eureka for elemental EXP bonus. Oh, and duration, if HQ it's 90 minutes. That's really good. And then I also bought this too. It's a Vermilion Cloak of Casting, which will also give me like a huge stat boost too. And the class I want to go into Eureka here is Summoner. Just because I really want to dye this outfit blue. And I think if I go into Eureka again, I'll probably dye I'll probably use Dragoon. Because the gear here is not, it's not pretty to look at, in my opinion. Until like I actually dye it blue. In case like you guys have noticed, like all my glams are blue. And I just love having blue glams on. But okay, I have all of the antiquated equipment here, which they kind of do recommend that you go into Eureka for. Just so that it upgrades. But okay. So Eureka has like elemental attack and defense to it. That's kind of like the gimmick to it. And I did start the quest, so we just need to head into Eureka. So let's take a look. Journey to the Forbidden Land, Eureka Animus. We could ask for more information, actually. Blue is great. Yeah, yes it is. Elemental level. So apparently you could de-level. Like, you could lose a level if you're KO'd. Let's see, tourist monsters. Rewards obtained from combat. Unusual crystals can only be found in Eureka. Crystals for which the hordes of the purse strings have an endless appetite. When you defeat enemies in battle, you may receive a variety of rewards. Among these possible rewards are protean crystals, which may be used to strengthen and enhance Eureka gear. Okay. Speed chains. Defeating an enemy, you'll have a limited window in which you may attempt to defeat another. If successful, you'll initiate an EXP chain. Defeating subsequent enemies while an EXP chain is active will earn you additional elemental EXP. Also have an increased chance to receive rewards as well as higher quantities of said rewards. Okay. This one I need to get used to, elemental level. Strength is measured in elemental level, which may be increased by defeating various enemies and gaining elemental experience points. Will be retained between visits. Progress will not be lost when you depart Eureka. Please be advised that elemental EXP gain may be affected by the number of players in your party and the difficulty of enemies you defeat. Okay then. Let us go. Elemental level is above 20. It'll be synced. Sure. Have you seen Pine's Eureka video? I actually could not find the video. Like, I didn't know which one it was, so I haven't seen it. But I more or less kind of have like a good idea of what, like a basic idea of what it is. I can DM you the video on Discord. Yeah, okay. Please do. Thank you. If you wish to survive, you need a close eye on the changes and adapt to your tactical surroundings. Your item levels be seek to 300. Okay, so basically all the stuff that I have already. Apply to participants of all duties. I also have this. I set up some hotkeys to kind of like switch my elemental defense and attack. So I made those macros here. Alright, nice. And then, let's see. Elemental EXP up. EXP earned through battle while at an elemental level lower than 20 is increased. Okay. Okay, so we're level 1 now. Summer Eureka is rather vicious, I must say. Fauna are active only in certain climate conditions. Do hope the adventuring contingent will take healthy interest in my reports. At this moment, the region of the Isle is experiencing showery atmospheric conditions. Looking forward, anticipate riveting snow and somewhat average, but still captivating gales in turn. Alright, we got the Mender, Revisioner. Okay, I should probably do the tutorial stuff here first. God, it's even worse than I imagined. What happened here? I knew it. I knew it. From the moment we arrived, despite everything that has happened here, there could be no mistake. I hate to admit it, but you have the right of it. I said I would tell you everything if my suspicions prove true, so I will. The reason I urged the Scions to approve my participation in this expedition. Because this island is the island of Val. I kinda had a feeling it was. The self-same island that once served as the headquarters and home of the students of Baldessian. An island that belongs to on the other side of the world. That was obliterated by a terrible magic. I was fortunate to have been elsewhere at the time, but I know you were not so lucky. I don't suppose you have any idea how it could have ended up here in the glass ocean. Alas, my memories of the incident are muddled. As I recall, all I recall is a voice. That of the star, I suspect. Faint and fleeting, but warm. Then I awoke on the shores of Old Charlian. How convenient for you and utterly unhelpful for the rest of us. But that more than Galoof's There is, the name drop, Galoof. I am so happy. Galoof's chosen heir could have received this blessing of light. And you are a dick. And where are you off to now? To find anyone else that might still be alive. I'll thank you not to follow. I work better alone. Cutting us loose now before you got what you wanted? It'd be better for everyone if we cooperated. Cutting us loose now that you got what you wanted. I'm gonna be sassy. I'll allow that, yet I've yet to repay you for bringing me to this island. Let no one here say I'm ungrateful. I heard it enough from Galoof. Them references, right? A proposal, then. Should I learn of anything of significance, I will return here and share it with the rest of you. Does that satisfy Kryl? He's a handful, I know. You needn't worry about me. I'm more than capable of defending myself. So we have a mystery on our hands. Somehow the Isle of Val was transported from one corner of the world to this one. They're right in that our first priority should be to confirm whether or not any of our comrades that were here are still alive. If someone is, then perhaps they will be able to help us understand what happened. I appreciate her help more than you know. But before you can begin in earnest. It's important that you're properly prepared. The stories you heard about the creatures that roam these lands were not exaggerations. I would not see you struck down due to carelessness. Geralt has been working on something that will be of use to you. Why don't you go and see if it's ready? I have various measurements to take in the meantime. Come and find me if you wish to speak later. Alright, let's summon a Bunky. Alright, hi Bunky. And then let us equip this, because this will help for sure. Okay, I'm gonna glam that actually, because it's... Alright, much better. Hi, Gerald. Can you make me another animal weapon, please? Got yourself dragged into a fine mess, Rowena's still wielding that tavern dev of mine like a chef's knife, taking a pawns of flesh here and there. Wait, don't tell me she's got her hooks into you, too. Ah, well, it's no business of mine. We're here, and we may as well make the most of it. As much as you can being stuck on a godforsaken island, with the very elements as your enemy, eh? And the only living creatures want nothing more than to make you dead. Make me armor. Make me weapons. You probably heard from the others about how the beasties here have been bathed in the twisted aether of this place, and are somehow stronger for it. Don't know about all that, but I do know is that you walked out in the gates and that one take swing at he, you'd feel it in more ways than one. Aye, not only can they rend the flesh and break bones, but they can also disrupt your very aether. So if you're intended to go toe-to-toe with one, you'll need a way to improve your ability to endure said beastie's attacks. Rather, your ability to defend against attacks of a given elemental aspect. Goes without saying that the same principle applies if you want hit the beasties back harder, aye? Anyway, to that end, Krell and I have worked on a solution. A magic contraption you could use to manipulate your elemental affinities and fight more effectively in Eureka. Call it a magia board. Might take some getting used to, but I'm sure a clever lass like you will manage, but the boards alone, not enough. I should say, you'll need these crystals, or what were they called? Magicite. Again, another nice reference. That was it. Type of crystal found here in Eureka. Here is driven snow, or so I'm told. Lucky for you, I've got one to spare. Brought back by a survivor of the first expedition. Go and take it, along with the board. Reckon you find more when you're out and about, so I designed take it up to 5 in a given configuration. To affix or remove magicite, you need to avail yourself of that there magia melter. Shouldn't be too hard, but if you got questions, direct them to the expedition engineer over yonder. Thank you. Point ports or gates. Forbidden Lands Eureka. Tune them to facilitate faster travel throughout the land. Okay, so it's not gonna show me. The Magia Melter may be used to affix magicite or to remove it from your Magia board. When you've finished experimenting with it, speak with Krell to proceed. Let's take a look. You've obtained your very own Magia board. In Eureka, each creature is aspected to a certain element, giving them a distinct advantage in battle. You need to make judicious use of both the Magia board and magicite to overcome your foes. Raise your affinity to certain elements by melting magicite to your Magia board, or spinning the board to change its alignment. Magia board properly configured to an enemy's aether tilt can enhance both offensive and defensive capabilities. Okay. Let's move this over here. Kind of hoping this is not going to be that complicated. But we'll see what happens. Or hold on, let me move this over here, because I don't think, I'm not going to be in a party, so it should be fine. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Oh, I don't have anything there. While taking preliminary readings, something unusual came to light. The headquarters of the students of Baldesion was situated in a tower which appeared to be encased in a magical barrier. Someone or something seems to have activated our defenses. I can only hope this was the work of survivors. The very possibility is enough to make investigating the tower a priority. The question is, how are we to get there? I cannot read today. Barriers notwithstanding, traveling on foot would place us at the mercy of the wilderness. It would be safer to make use of the island's aethernet. Fortunately, it doesn't appear to be in the best of shape at the moment. I'm not entirely sure why, but perhaps we could find a way to put it to good working order. So I have two favors to ask of you. One, attune to every aethernet shard you find. Any difficulties you experience may help me to get to the root of the problem. And if you can use them without issue, then all the better. 2, if you should come across a protean crystal, I want you to bring it to me. I make this request on behalf of our financiers. To be clear, which isn't to say that we shouldn't oblige them, we should. They've been quite generous with the support, after all. I'm sure you've heard this too many times before, but be careful. These creatures are unlike anything I've ever seen, and do not underestimate them. And remember to attune to every aethernet shard you find, starting with that one over there if you haven't. Which we just did. Be right back. Okay. I'm actually going to take another break too, right now. You may now purchase items only available for use in the Forbidden Land, Eureka, from the Expeditioner Provisioner. Where's the Magia person? Right there. Oh, that's not them. Okay, I'll actually do this during the break. Alright, then I'll be right back, since ads are going to start. So be right back. Alright, we are back with Eureka. So let's talk to this dude. Eureka Potion gradually restores own HP. Potent Concoction gradually restores own HP. Antidote, okay. I guess we can get some of these, I guess. Put that to the hotbar. Well, I guess we could, I guess that's it then. So I'm assuming we could just, start with this then. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like, water. Its defense is water, but we could attack it with, lightning, so I made the right choice. Alright, let's see how this goes. Okay, that wasn't bad. Can I summon Mr. Beaky here? Oh no, I can't summon Mr. Beaky. No, my companion. Mr. Beaky is still at the port, wondering where I am right now. Yay, level up. Okay, let's stick to this side. Okay, those are earth and fire, I think. Let's go this way. Okay, those are wind and earth. Well, the other enemies respawn. Okay. Let's go back into, town here. Can I attune, any more, magic? Okay, so I have another thing of magicite. So what is weak to earth? It's a level 2. Okay, so it looks like I still have one of those. Okay, so I'm strong on earth, but what is the, opposite? So earth is weak to that. So then water, remove. Okay. So I'm assuming the water is strong to earth. But let's try it. Let's see if this works. Yeah, water... Okay, so water will do more damage to the earth one. Oh no. Okay, I messed that up. That's fine. Experiment. No, so we took more damage. Oh, fuck off. Alright, let's try that again. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, so here I need to switch this to water, I think. Right? Let's try it. Okay, yeah. So now it's water. Okay. Let's do this again. All right. So these guys are just water. So that should just clear these guys first. Nice. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward, I think. Oh, nice. Got one of those. Okay, those are lightning-based. So probably just clear, like, all of the water enemies first, since I'm more familiar with the water now, with lightning. Okay, let's head back, because we're getting a little, yeah, the enemies are starting to level up in the further I go. Yeah, so far it's pretty fun. You already got a Protean crystal already, so that's good. I returned and finished my second stage of my EU relic weapon, started the third stage. Nice. I'm kind of getting the hang of this here too. I'm just killing like things that are weak to lightning. So I'm just taking my time with it, but it's pretty nice. Like, I'm enjoying it. Oh yeah, there's also a challenge log thing here, isn't there? Forbidden water, forbidden wind. Yeah, there's also a challenge log I forgot about. Eureka, Eureka. Where's Eureka at? Okay, right there. Defeat 30 ice enemies, no more than 2 elemental levels below your own. Elemental EXP can only be earned in applicable areas. Okay. Okay, so these guys are weak to water, so just destroy all these guys. They did recommend that I do a lot of the challenge log challenges, so I'm going to be gradually doing that. Alright then, let's head back to town, or let's kill these things first. Okay, so we did get a crystal. Nice. Hi, Crow. Here's your crystal. Yes, this should suffice for our purposes. So tell me, have you gotten used to fighting the denizens of the island? If you ask me, it's needlessly complicated. And more or less. Aw. Ah, I should have expected nothing less from the Warrior of Light. Okay, I'm trying to discern the reason for the Aethernet's failure. I discovered what can be best described as a disruption, the natural flow of the life stream in this region. I've yet to ascertain the cause of this disruption, but I believe you may be able to help me to do so by conducting field investigations in areas at which I've yet to determine. As soon as I do, I will tell you. I'll be heading out now to do the Endwalker 8-person raids since I've been seriously slacking on those for get on those. Okay, have fun. Enjoy raiding. I'll be here for rest of the stream. Let me hand this crystal back to you. Change of plans. You best give it to Geralt. He needs it to do what he does best. But yeah, have fun. He's like, they're talking to me about me, aren't they? Level 70 antiquated gear and weapons may be enhanced by Geralt should you possess such sufficient protean crystals. I hope you have a great rest of your night and day. You as well. Have fun. Lockboxes obtained in the foreign land Eureka can be opened by expedition lockpicks and base camps. Okay? Variety of items. Continue the Eureka expedition upon reaching elemental level 3. Alright, let's see. Or hold on, I gotta talk to Sunshine, Mr. Sunshine over here. Where is he? Oh, he's over there. Settled in, are you? Good for you. I'd like nothing more than to board the first boat back to Eorzea. But no use pining for liberation what ain't about to come. State of mind kept me shackled to this place for the foreseeable future, I reckon. Anyway, you got that protean crystal I've been waiting for? Good. Aye, this'll do. Though I'll need more than just the one. And I'll only be able to work with the weapons or gear of the sort that made for the practitioners of certain powerful arts. But I'll work like a dog if I have to, for your sake and mine. And then we can both bugger off this bloody rock and go somewhere else. Every literally thing ain't trying to kill us. Yeah, you need to make me more animal weapons, because I already have most of the supplies for my next animal weapon. Yeah. Eureka gear and weapons. Ooh. You may now create and augment Eureka gear and arms. Provide Geralt with the requisite level 70 antiquated items and... Nice, nice, nice. Speaking of relic weapons... create... or augment elemental gear. Lemegeton. 335. Oh wow, that's definitely an upgrade. Okay, very nice. Eureka gear. Okay, so that's Chandler vest. It's definite upgrade. Chandler vest 1, 340. Wow. Okay. Augment 2 Eureka weapons. Acquire a copy of Lemegeton 2 to augment. Okay. Exchange Animus crystals. Okay, so these are the relic weapons for Stormblood. Okay. And like the animal weapons for Heavensward. Okay. So this is where that is. Alright, let's talk to that person. Okay, so we don't have lockboxes there. Good news to me. I believe I have discerned the reasons why we're having trouble utilizing the land's Aethernet. Truth be told, it's caused me to reconsider some of the accepted truths of aetherology. I've detected a confluence of aether, which would suggest a blockage of sorts. I still don't know how or why this blockage may have formed, but this is where you come in. I want you to investigate the site of the blockage. I cannot provide you with the exact location, but I can tell you it's somewhere to the northwest. If I recall correctly, there was an observatory on a hill out of the way. Perhaps you might start there. There'll be times during your expedition in Eureka where you'll receive no guidance from the duty list or the map. Speak with other players and share information to discover how to proceed. Okay. Okay, it doesn't look like I can, like, apply any more magicite. So I guess we just got to keep on exploring then. Heartbreak Hold. Wait, was there grass here before? Or no? I think it was like all snowy before, but now it's like all grass. Huh. Okay, these things. These things are weak to ice. Alright. Let's try it. Okay, yeah, perfect. I'm probably not going to summon anything here. I think just Ruin is better. Okay, those guys are weak to wind. Like, I know it doesn't matter, but I'm still a little sad that Mr. Beaky's not here to enjoy this. But kind of makes sense, I think. Alright. It's ice time. Okay, so they said the northwest. I think that's the direction I'm heading to. Is it just me, or is the sound effects? I don't know, like every time I hit an enemy, like every single hit I do, it's like this large like boom, like during like the music. It's kind of a little annoying. Let's see here. That. I don't know, I might turn sound effects off for this. Yeah, the hits to the music hits nice. I don't know, it's kind of bothering me a little bit. I don't know. I don't know if I like it. Oh, it's part of the music, isn't it? I definitely see this as something I could just play with my brain turned off and just watch like a YouTube video or something. This is very chill and relaxed. Okay, these guys are Earth. Okay, so attack these. Woolly woodchuck. How much wool can a woolly chuck chuck if a woolly chuck could chuck woolly chuck? Okay, what do we got here? Okay, I am out of charges. Oh god. Okay, let's go back. Then I can't really add a... Yeah, I can't add another thing of magicite. What do I want to do? Aethernet shard, Aethernet shard. I could probably go up here because I think this one's like more closer. Okay, yeah, I could do that. Okay, those are level 3. Okay, defense. Okay, earth. Let me make a run for it. Let's see. Shit. Nice. Yep, so we got another one of those. We're gonna go to the Aetherite. Nice, got another one. Oh, that's a Sprite. This one. How do we... Expensive. Okay, nice. So I could also right-click those. Nice. Is there any other ones up there? Okay. Alright, so we're almost close there. Yeah, this is definitely something I could just turn my brain off. Just mindlessly, like, level up. Okay, we're getting more of those crystals, which is nice. Oh, that sucks. I can't, Yeah, it should be fine, maybe. Let's see. Okay, so there's no elemental advantage or disadvantage here, so I could just kill this. Chain 10. Okay. Radiant crystal, nice. Okay, so it looks like there's a bonus that I could get an increased chance to get item drops. Okay, let's take advantage of that. Yeah, let's definitely take advantage of that. Hey, these guys also don't have an advantage. So we just attack these things. How close are we to the Aetherite? So one thing I do like about this is the fact that I am technically using elemental attacks with Ifrit, Titan, and Garuda, each of them being like their own separate like elemental. But that doesn't really factor in with the elementals here, so that's like a good thing. So it's like more of those attacks doing like elemental damage. Okay, there's no advantage there, so we probably just attack here. Like if they made like Ifrit fire elemental and it was against like a fire resisted enemy, that would really suck if they incorporated those additional elements to the summoner attacks. Radiant Crystal. Yeah, that's wind. So yeah, technically that would normally resist wind attacks, and I am using wind-based attacks. But I'm glad that they don't do that. Oh shit. Chain 20. Two protean crystals. Two. Okay, so these guys respawn kind of quickly. Alright, and a level up. Awesome. Protean crystals, nice. Good decision that they didn't add that feature. Yeah. Like, this is fun. Like, I am enjoying this. See, we gotta make a run for the Aetherite. Those are level 13. Well, damn it. That is okay, that's wind. Offensive. Those are 13 and 14 level enemies. These are level 9. Okay. So I'm assuming probably not, probably should not go that way. Alright, I can't do that. I think my teleport's back. No. Yeah, it's still gonna take a while. I just wish the teleport back wasn't 15 minutes, because... yeah, it's kind of annoying. Probably should have went to the northwest then. Okay, let's just head back. Yeah, sorry I'm not really talking much, I'm just taking it all in, but I am having fun. Alright, let's reset this. Alright, nice. Still don't have another thing there. Alright, lockpick. Okay, still nothing there. Nemageton. I already have 18 crystals already. In all honesty, I don't think the grind will take that much longer. I don't think this grind will be that bad. Like, to get this weapon. Like, if the bonuses will continue to pile on, then I think it should be fine, though. Oh, 290, 335. Okay. It's Chronicler. It's Skywatcher. Mender. Alright, let's go to the northwest. Because I think the level 13 and 14 enemies will be like the main roadblock there until I could, at the very least, get to maybe level 10, mayhaps. Valbol. It's got some Malborals now. Vesper Bat. Servals. Red Bonnet. Okay, these are level 6 enemies. Yeah, we got some earth enemies now. So the thing I'm gonna do for here is I'm gonna get to the first Aetherite, and I think I'll call it for today. I'll still be playing though, just getting more Eureka time in. Because I still need to do like all of my tribal quests and my dailies, because I still need to level up Astrologan. And then I'll do more Eureka stuff. Flowering Sepatender. Dustfall Boot. Okay, so a chain is built up. So this, set that there. Okay, so I'm more or less getting the hang of it. It's... I can just right-click on enemies, too. Let's call it Boot. And these are level 8 enemies. chain. Nice. All right. Okay. I'm gonna snooze the ad there because we're gonna get into another ad break. How far is this Aetherite? It seems pretty far. I'm gonna check the map after. Okay. How far are we? Okay, so maybe a little bit up ahead. Oh my god, it's... I'm blocked by level 13 enemies. I can't really do anything except level up. Okay then. Also, the XP is pretty low. Okay, another challenge thing coming up. Okay, that did help with the level up. That's good. The EXP. Okay. let's keep going. I'm gonna try and get up to a chain of 30, see what happens after. Oh, damn it, I'm a little afraid, honestly, to attack the level 13 enemies. Alright, level up, nice. Chain 30. Alright, let's use that again. How am I doing? Okay, I can... Yeah, where is... Okay, so I have to go up there. Yeah, those... Fuck. Yeah, I'm a little nervous. I can't go up there. Okay, that's fine. Let's just head back. Okay, so we got 18 crystals last time, and I'm wondering like how many crystals we've accumulated so far. So I'm gonna check on that, as well as like refill like my mana up afterwards. So let's see. Okay, so we just still don't have enough to affix our magicite. So I only have one of those. I'm until level 8. Geralt. Okay, so we have 35. Antiquated Lemegeton. Alrighty. Oops. So I really do like Eureka, and like it's a nice like time sink just to mindlessly turn your brain off and just do like some grinding here and there. But I will be doing more Eureka off stream. And then I think on Friday we'll continue doing more Eureka actually, just to turn the brain off, just do more leveling. Because I am having fun with it. It is pretty nice. And thank you guys for dropping on by, just watching me stream here and do Eureka and finish with the Dragoon quests. I am done with the job quests for now for Stormblood. So the next stream will be the last stream for Tomea here, this character, until like my subscription expires. And then on Friday, we'll do more Eureka. Depending on where I am, I might do a Sunday stream just to get the last Fate minions for the Yokai event, because I do want to finish that before my subscription expires, but I do have another game I want to play planned out for like the week after. So I'm very excited to play the game. I have not played this game before, and I won't reveal it just yet. But yeah. We'll continue on Friday with more Eureka. So thank you guys, as always, for dropping on by, hanging out, watching me play the job quests and Eureka, and just having me as your background stream. So let's do this. Socials. YouTube. Discord. Alrighty. Yeah, be back on Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. And let's see. Doo-doo-doo. Alrighty. So we'll wrap up today. I don't think anyone's on who I want to raid, but that's perfectly fine. I'll be back on Friday, so take care, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.